Welcome to your new no-code tutorial for Nocode HQ. And today we will use Bubble and Integromat to watch new links posted within a subreddit and automatically display them in your app. And this could be useful, for example, if you want to always update all your own posts from Reddit or just fetch something from a subreddit or something similar. And you will require a Bubble account and an Integromat account, both which you can get for free. And you can use the free versions of these accounts to create what we're creating today. And I already created the Bubble app and made the design of the app because that shouldn't be the main focus of today's tutorial. Rather, the Integromat integration is the focus. So what I did, just to summarize, I created a new Bubble app and I created a title on the main page, and I created a new data type which we can look at. So the data type is called post. You can call whatever you like, and the post should just represent a Reddit post. And I just inserted the content of a post, the link, title, which is all text, and then also image, which is an image. And then I created a repeating group on the main page and set the data type to a post. The data source is just a search for all posts, and the individual title, the content, and the link is inserted for each cell and the current cell's image. So that's it regarding the design. Next, you have to go to the settings of your app and go to API and expose a workflow API and a data API for, especially for your the data type that you want to expose. More of that later. And you also want to create a new API token. So you just click on generate a new API token, give your API token a label, whatever it is, doesn't matter, and you generate a new key. Next, to create a successful Integromat integration with Bubble, there's instruction on the Integromat support page, the documentation. You have to create a new entry in your database, or a new data type to be more precise, and call it my table. And within your data type my table, you have to create a new field, which is email, and the field type is text. And then under app data, you have to create a new entry for your data type my table, and this should be your email, the one you used to sign up for with Integromat. So I'm just going to enter that. So yeah, according to the documentation of Integromat, you have to create a new data type called my table, set the field email to a text, and enter the email. And yeah, then let's go back to our Bubble app. So we created our email successfully. Let's also expose that data type. So let's go back to settings, API, and let's expose our new data type my table. Let's push all of that, or deploy all of that to our live version. And let's also check if our if our email or my table entry is in our live database. So let's switch to our live database and let's take a look. Okay, so okay, it doesn't display, so let's go back to our development database. Let's push that again to live, and let's just check if our, okay, sometimes it takes some time. So currently our new data type my table isn't displayed here, but that doesn't matter. We can go back to development and we can just use the development version. It doesn't actually matter. Let's also preview our app, the way it looks. So as you can see, we have our title, our subreddit, and our repeating group here, which obviously is empty right now. Okay, so that's it regarding Bubble, and let's go to our Integromat page now. And once you're logged in, you'll be shown the side menu here, and let's click on scenario, and you can create a new scenario. And scenarios in Integromat basically allow you to create different scenarios basically of what should happen and what apps to connect with and what services to integrate with and so on. And it asks you what service you want to use. So we want to use Reddit and Bubble as well. Great, and let's click continue. And let's start by clicking here and select the first module. So let's do that. We want to start off of Reddit, and you can choose what to do. So you can say, okay, so you want to trigger and you want to watch a new link of a certain user, or you want to watch a new link of a subreddit. And what we're going to do, we're going to watch a new link of a subreddit. So let's click that. You have to add your Reddit connection, and you just do that by clicking add and filling out your Reddit account information. Obviously, you need a Reddit account to do that. And also, you can choose now the subreddit of where you want to fetch the data from. So I'm going to choose the funny subreddit, We're going to limit the data items to 1. Let's click OK. And choose where to start. You can say from now on, but I'm going to choose today and choose an hour before, just so we have some data before. Awesome. So that works. Okay. And let's now add a new module. So let's add that and let's say, okay, once this happens, this is triggered, let's do something in Bubble. Let's create a new thing. And we have to add a connection. So let's do that by clicking on add. And you can give your connection any name. So let's say I'm going to call it Reddit app. Application name should be the name of the application in Bubble. So what you gave your application, the name. So in my case, it's Reddit Integromat demo. The API token is the token we generated under settings API. So this one, let's just copy that and insert that here. And environment decides which version of your application in Bubble you want to use, your development version or your live version, and we're going to choose the development version now. Yeah, so let's click continue. Let's check if it works. And great, it works. So our connection has been successful. Now we can specify what type of data thing we want to create. And in our case, it's the data type called post. If you called your data type something else, then obviously you should use this name. But we're going to say, okay, we're going to create a new post. Okay. We don't need the unique ID because we're not updating anything. We're creating a new thing. And now we can create a new field. So the field name is the fields from here. So let's say, okay, the content. The field name is content. The type is a text. And the value should be, let's say, I think it's the self text. I'm not quite sure. Let's click add. Let's then add another item. The next one is the link. So let's go back. Let's say, okay, link is of type text and the value should be the URL. Okay, let's add another item, which will be the title. Okay, field name is title. It's also a text and the value is the title. Great, add that. And I believe there is no image, so we're just going to leave that blank and let's click OK. Okay, and that's already our connection. Let's check if it works and let's run it once. Okay, let's click on run once and the scenario is initiated and it should be successful. And let's go to our app now. Yeah, so as you can see, this worked. We have our title and the link to our Reddit post that we just fetched from the subreddit. And you could now obviously specify a lot more and fetch more fields, fetch a thumbnail, specify different types of data you want to fetch. But this tutorial should just show you how easy and fast it is to create a connection with Integromat to Reddit. And you can use Integromat, of course, for other connections as well. And yeah, I hope you learned something. And I'm going to see you for the next tutorial at Nocode HQ. Bye.